it mean to be resilient? A resilient organizational culture is characterized by its capability to internationally fortify an organizational capacity to successfully cope with change and effectively address external issues. Resilience is an integral part of long-term viability and success in turbulent contexts. In this topic, we found the issue is employees are resistant as a result of low psychological safety. Technology and market change are happening very quickly to organizations in this day and age. Adaptation should be ongoing. Resistance from employees, the enemy of change, keep it going. It is a significant obstacle to change, with employees resistant to progress, but its resistance frequently occurs when psychological safety is low. When employees feel threatened, excluded, or unable to contribute to change, they are resist. A low level of psychological safety breeds silent fear and avoidance of risk-taking. Change effort will fail or slow down as a result. Creating resilience requires an organizational culture of learning, openness, and trust. To further detail of this topic, we make comparison between company of Microsoft and Nokia to give an example between good and bad building a resilient organizational culture to support continuously change. Firstly, I will start with company of Microsoft. In 2014, Satya Nadella became a CEO of Microsoft to find very fixed and competitive culture that did not support innovation. He understood that Microsoft could not survive a rapidly changed world if did not initiate a cultural reset that includes psychology, safety, and learning. A significant focus for Microsoft was to create a growth mindset and attitude that switched employees from being know-it-alls to learn-it-all, so that the organization could generate curiosity, act as a team, and be willing to take risks. The organization also fostered transparency and open communication through feedback loops from all levels and transparent leadership. In addition, Microsoft emphasized empowerment by teaching managers to lead with empathy, create space for experimentation, and organize progress. Another significant change was learning from failure, where mistakes were seen through the lens of growth, generating increased employee confidence for creativity. As the corporation culture evolved and strengthened in this way, Microsoft resilience improved and was able to successfully pivot the company to cloud computing initiative, AI, and cross-platform collaboration, while at the same time engagement levels surged, innovation flourished, and the company values skyrocketed.
Conversely, Nokia struggled to develop resilience in the light of major shift in the industry. Nokia was once a leader in the mobile phone category but failed to maintain its competitive advantage amid emergence and rapid adoption of smartphones. Although the company possessed solid technical capabilities, it was lacking in resilient and self-learning culture. Nokia did not have the same broadly based cultural issue that Microsoft has faced, but there were significant cultural issues that diminished its resilience and ability to respond effectively. The fear-based management at Nokia made people hesitant to raise problems or question decisions from the top in fear of potential negative effect. Communication was also very poor, and internal commentary about the limitation of Nokia Symbian software was often dismissed. Additionally, the degree of hierarchical structure slowed the organizational decision-making and reduced innovativeness, while low level of trust from individuals to focus on protecting their job rather than working together to adapt and change. The combination of limited culture embracing open-mindedness and the capacity to respond led to strategic mistakes and organizational paralysis. Ultimately, the failure to foster organizational resilience and continuous learning contribute to its significant loss of market share and eventual acquisition by Microsoft in 2014. For recommendation, we recommend the organization for: first, develop leaders that foster psychological safety. The organization can offer training to managers and leaders on empathy and active listening as well as coaching behavior. Second, create a learning mindset and reward flexibility. They should establish cultural value like learn it all as opposed to know it all, and use recognition and reward for behavior like resilience, idea sharing, risk-taking, and diverse collaboration in cross-functional setting. Third, support open and inclusive communication. They should create forums like town hall or digital format for employees to ask questions, talk about the change, and address concern. Lastly, embed continuous learning and reskilling. They can provide opportunity for learning, reskilling, cross-functional collaboration to support employees to transition into new role and develop new technology. The urgency to develop a resilient and high-performance culture is no longer an option in today's ever-changing environment. It is now a requisite. The comparison of Microsoft and Nokia is an example on how leadership, culture, and human-centric approach can distinguish success and the failure. By employing the recommendation mentioned earlier, organizations can create an environment where staff feel safe, engaged, and able to contribute to change. In this way, a resilient culture developed can sustain continuous transformation.